Why did I ever let that happen?
Because he got you drunk.
Why am I even discussing this with you?
Beats the hell out of me.
Do that.
Yes, I do. I've just been in dry dock. I'm back now. I'm suited up, coach. Put me back in the game.
Okay, but you have to listen to everything I say. When I say jump, you say on who?
I have class. And you know what else I have?
It's not self-awareness, that's for damn sure. Hey, listen to this. Older gentleman seeks lady of refinement. I like moonlit nights, romantic Italian dinners, and waking up in the morning.
Not what I said. I said, Stanley, could I come to your hotel room? I have to see you. Exactly.
Here you go, Dorothy. How about a toast?
Look, slow down, Stan. There are a couple of things I'd like to say.
Okay, but usually the man makes a toast.
Stanley, one second.
It really was a spasm.
I love you. I said,
Ball, which is being chaired this year by 35-year-old Blanche Devereaux. Twice. I probably would have anyway, though. Hey, I'm sorry I can't come see you. This wonderful things have you got planned for tonight?
Nothing. I was going to cancel, but my therapist wouldn't let me.
Perhaps if we spoke to him together.
I'm sorry, I'm still not really recovered. You see, after 25 years of marriage, my wife Roberta sent me a Dear John letter.
That's terrible, married 25.
and they live in St. Olaf's?
Yes.
Oh, you must be very proud of them.
I am. So when was it you visited St. Olaf?
Oh, Lord, it must be 50 years ago now. I went to a wedding.
Will you marry me for real?
For real?
For real.
Oh, yes, Lucas. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
What is it, Blanche? Well, we're all women.
No.
Sure we are, Dorothy.
Oh, shut up.
I'm reading the Spock book on baby care, and he says it's very important for a young child to have a male role model around during its formative years. Now, what are we going to do?
We'll all wear Yankee caps and scratch our behinds after every beer.
Theater and leave the trunk open.
Goodbye.
Oh, Patrick, you're leaving so soon?
I'm afraid so.
I'll see you tonight. At the theater.
Yes, just at the theater.
Well, I must take my leave.
Don't leave your lens. Blanche, I am impressed. You have really changed your tune.
You know, it's funny how that happened. There I was, staying up last night, coming up with excuses to get out of this. And then it occurred to me. I said, water lily. That's what I call myself sometimes. This is flower. I hid my jewels in the flower.
Why did you hide your jewels in the flower?
Because I didn't think they'd look there. What kind of robbers look in the flower?
That's the first place they look after the freezer.
The freezer's my other hiding place.
It's everybody's. The robbers know that. They don't even open drawers anymore.
Sophia.
Yeah, but it would have been more touching if it hadn't been a felony.
Well, still, though, it just goes to show your hair may turn gray, your skin may wrinkle, but you're never too old for romance. So don't give up, girls.
I might be responsible for the decision you're making was too much.
Dorothy, this is crazy. It's not like you pushed me toward this decision. You didn't even know I was thinking about it.
Blanche did. She saw it in your eyes.
My eyes?
Frank, you're a very special person. I knew that the moment I met you, and I realized you felt the same.
It isn't going to get any better. He's only going to get worse.
Oh, that's when the salesman from Men's Sportswear walks clear across the street. And I strutted up to you and I said, "May I have this dance?"
And I said, "The pleasure would be all mine."
And I said, "I know it." Oh, those damn eyes. I still haven't seen...
I'm sorry for the inconvenience, Mr. Diodoro. It's time for your medication.
Diodoro? Funny he didn't look Italian.
Aha!
What aha?
You didn't hear that?
Actually, I was just trying to be polite, but since you brought it up, excuse you.
Ma, you didn't hear that. Now face it, you can't hear high frequencies. Being right-handed, I would slash from left to right. But from the fact that the murder weapon was dropped to the left of the victim, we can deduce that the murderer is left-handed. Notice that Gloria, like most left-handed people, wears her wristwatch on her right wrist.
over the last 5 years. Or a pair of shoes. Dorothy, what am I going to do? I'm meeting with my accountant tomorrow. He said to bring everything.
You better include a cake with a file in it. Where are your receipts, Blanche?
I always thought you only needed a receipt if the dress you bought didn't fit.
No, he never would have eaten my veal again.
Oh, honey, now you'll just do fine.
No, I won't. I remember the last time I tried to give a speech. I was in high school. Do you want to hear about it?
Would you follow us if we tried to make a run for it?
Yes.
Enjoy, Ma.
Miles? Oh, my poor Miles.
Rose? Rose, is that you? Oh, over here. Blanche, I didn't know you went out. Are you coming back from a date?
You know, Dorothy, sometimes you can be so cruel.
Honey, if you didn't have a date, how come you're so dressed up?
Well, I sat down and tried to think of a surefire place to meet men. It was so obvious I couldn't believe I hadn't thought of it before. The hardware store.
It felt real and familiar, made me feel like I've been kissing strangers for the past 7 years. And then suddenly tonight I was with a familiar, and I must say, surprisingly agile old friend.
So what are you going to do now?
Oh, you do have a problem, Dorothy.
I can't take it back. It's against store policy.
Are you willing to sign an affidavit to that effect?
What?
An affidavit. It's standard in any NOPRL investigation.
NOPRL.
The NOPRL, Network of Older People Retired But Living. Sophia Petrillo, past president and legal counsel. There's stores in big...
God, Ma, you didn't tell me he was in a clown suit.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, how could you?
Sophia called me at rehearsal. I'll change. I just wanted to make sure you were all right.
Is counsel for the demonstrators present?
Here, Your Honor.
Oh, God.
Thousands at office. Teachers, doctors, astronauts. I even said no to a journalist famous for his work on 60 Minutes. Now, if that's not fidelity, I don't know what is. Then I find out that the only man I ever loved cheated on me.
May your legs grow old and gnarled and withered like an olive branch. You should be so lucky. May your moles grow hair thicker than cherry veils. May your marinara sauce never cling to your pasta. That's it. Come back here and say that to my face.
You had an affair with a priest.
Priest? I didn't say he was a priest. I said he was a man of the cloth. He was a fabric salesman. You know, we never made love again after that, but he did cover my lazy boy for free.
Wonderful, Blanche.
The point is, something in his eye says he wants you, and I think he... We have a few minutes. Let's just have a quick drink in the bar.
Blanche.
Come on.
Blanche.
Come on, it'll be fun.
All right, but let's make it quick. Miss.
Girls, you see that man over there staring at me? He's undressing me with his eyes.
Do you want to move to another table? Some Oreos? Oh, yeah, and a ho-ho chopped up in a bowl of fruit cocktail with heavy syrup.
Couldn't sleep? I'm surprised you didn't try to kill the mayor of San Francisco.
Good morning, girls. Boy, do I feel wonderful.
I found the tea rather moist as well. What, I can't be uncomfortable too?
Well, all these raves have put me in the mood for another slice.
Gerald, do you really feel you need another slice?
Oh, well, maybe.
Well, whoever said a man is innocent until proven guilty sure said a mouthful. I was wrong about Duncan. He didn't kill Tippy.
Well, what about all that evidence? Blanche, last weekend you ate so many pudding pops, you could have built the Eiffel Tower from the sticks.
That is not what I meant. I meant everything just hangs on me.
Of course it does. That's why you have to cover it with a dress.
Swin, you can't be serious. You're not in love with me.
Yes, I am, Blanche. I know it's sudden, but I feel it in my heart.
His father is going to kill me. I'm in charge of...
We were just singing the baby to sleep.
It was waking me up.
Maybe we ought to go out in the kitchen.
So we can talk.
So we can eat.
Better.
Ma, we're sorry our singing woke you.
It wasn't you. I had a horrible nightmare.
Oh, just one of the Donaldson boys trying to sell us a newspaper subscription again.
Oh, those Donaldson kids won't take no for an answer.
Neither would their father at our 4th of July barbecue.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jonathan Newman. Are you absolutely sure?
And it started making a wheezing, coughing, rattling kind of a sound every time it goes up a hill.
Uh-oh, that's a bad sign. Those are the sounds Tony Triano made the night they wheeled him out of the home on a gurney.
That car's in terrific condition. All right, sometimes it's a little hard to turn over in the morning.
Tony Triano?
Not been honest with you about. Blanche Devereaux and I never had an affair. I only said that to improve my image.
Ha, 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 ha.
Now, Blanche is too good a person to be used that way. In fact, she's the one who made me realize how important honesty...
How you feeling?
She's going to be just fine, only this time she's going to follow the doctor's orders.
What about you, Dorothy? You must be exhausted being here by yourself all night.
I wasn't alone. Stan came by and stayed with me, brought me food, held me, showed me that special part of himself.
Right there in the waiting room?
Do you really want to abandon her?
Anybody home?
Good.
Here, pussycat, taste this.
Oh, Mom.
Bring to a near boil.
I could have burned my lips. What are you doing?
My eyesight is going, so I like a prank I can hear.
Okay, sure.
Great. Good night.
Good night. Well, what do you think?
He's quite a man.
Oh, he certainly is, Rose.
Oh, I'm glad you both feel that way because I think Jonathan's going to ask me to marry him.
The book
And study. Study.
No game Saturday, Billy. I'm sorry. Everybody, I'll see you at practice tomorrow. Thanks a lot, Rose. You just taught a bunch of 8-year-old boys that it's more important to win than to play by the rules.
Big deal.
What the hell goes on at night in this house? Look, I know you are both upset, but nothing I have heard is grounds for firing the woman.
Oh, excuse me, ladies. Oh, by the way, Dorothy, a man called wanting to know if you were free Saturday night, but I forgot.
Shy about meeting someone through the personals. Oh, he and I have so much in common. We both love all dairy foods, and we both requested to stand next to Bert Parks in Hands Across America. I think he sounds very nice.
Are you going to go out with him?
Oh, I could never go out with him. That was just an experiment.
Dorothy, tonight when I was dancing in his arms, it hit me. 1 minute I was worried about my hair, the next I was in love. Bill is the most romantic man I've ever known.
She always says that when they give her a hat. You'll spend the rest of your life selling newspapers out of a wagon.
Keep it zipped, buddy. She's not kidding.
Dennis, is everything okay?
Everything is fine. Listen, you two better hurry. You're going to miss your plane.
Thanks.
Oh, will somebody say I'm sorry before I burst? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And if I have to die, I'm just glad I'm doing it with my two best friends. Oh, I love you, Blair. Oh, I love you, Rose.
I love both of you.
Oh, I'm just so full of love. In a marriage, George would dress up as a ghost and chase me around the house with one of those little fly swatters, and then when he caught me...
But Blanche, I'm talking about arranged marriages, not deranged.
Sorry. Oh, that must be Sven.
I'm sorry, then you must be... Oh, Dorothy! Right, of course. Okay, we have Dorothy here. Right. Sorry to keep you waiting, Dorothy, but there was something I had to take care of.
That's all right.
A famous person. Very, very famous.
You're not dressed for class.
That's because I'm not going.
Why not?
Why not? I will tell you why not. Because I cannot flounce around a dance floor like some cheap, trashy slut in heat.
She hung up.
Sure, she's not so tough without her lobster. She must really be nuts about that ex-husband. You have to be crazy to want a relationship that badly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sophia! Oh, big deal. The other guy got away scot-free, and he wriggled in it.
Ma, I bought you a little something.
You what?
I
Devil you! I just figured out what's going on here.
Blanche.
You were sore at me for inviting your friend without asking you, so you had this guy to come over and teach me a lesson.
My son is an artist.
That's a nice way of saying he's a loser.
My son is not a loser. He happens to be very talented.
Yes, at taking advantage of poor young girls.
There, you see, you both agree he does have talent.
Rose, face it. Your daughter moves faster than Marcus Allen.
I can't face it.
We used to have the most wonderful ones back home. I can remember sitting out under a big old tree with the Darcy triplets, Hank, Bo, and Dove, eating and talking and laughing. And then long towards the end of the meal, why the boys always got into a fight over who was going to get to lick the barbecue sauce from my fingertips and kiss away the little droplet of butter that always
responded.
Of course I did. They were in the shoebox I took to the post office last week. Unless
what?
I sent my best pair of heels overnight mail.
Ma, this is terrible.
You're telling me now I don't have shoes for the party.
Girls?
But I'm not sure I'll be at home. I just suddenly have this craving for dessert. Come on, Swin, we're going to your place.
Okay, we can try, but I've never sailed around the Cape of Good Hope this time of year.
I am never getting into an ice cream.
My gosh, you're right. That is the best thing I have ever tasted.
Oh, this is delicious. Up with the money for a new roof.
Oh, it's $10,000, Dorothy. How are we going to come up with $10,000?
Well, I hate to do it, but I do have a couple of thousand in stock that I could cash in.
I guess I could close out my Christmas club.
How much is that?
Let's see, we're in January, so this would be when... They weren't Druid priests at all. Just a bunch of Shriners looking for a good time. All creatures must learn to coexist. Back where I come from, they do. That's why the brown bear and the field mouse can...
How do you know?
Because it runs in the family.
Well, I guess I'll be going too. You know, Dorothy, I don't know, Lanai out there, it was like old times. You and me, a team, united, partners. Felt pretty good, didn't it?
Of course I'm right. You think I got this sold by being stupid?
You know, you're the greatest mother in the world.
Tell me something I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we do.
An impressive body of knowledge. You said so yourself. How could I not be on?
All right, if you really want to know, Ms. Bornak, I'll tell you. On Jeopardy, we don't have any celebrity stars as contestants. Everyday citizens, those are our stars. Those are the people that our viewers care about.
About a woman who eats her way from behind the Iron Curtain.
I think we'd just better go to another hotel.
I'm afraid that would be an exercise in futility. There's not a vacant room in the city.
Girls, this is terrible. I mean, we're going to be on national television in 7 hours. We don't have any clothes, and now we don't have...
This is flour. I hid my jewels in the flour.
Why did you hide your jewels in the flour?
Because I didn't think they'd look there. What kind of robbers look in the flour?
That's the first place they look after the freezer.
The freezer's my other hiding place.
It's everybody's. The robbers know that. They don't even open drawers anymore.
The artwork of Adolf Hitler.
The minute we saw it, we knew it was for you.
Thank you so much, Stanley. I'm going to put it right here on the coffee table.
It's from Dorothy, too.
If I had to thank her, I'd choke on the words.
Please risk it.
No! After I spread the ashes and said a little prayer, I went down to City Hall and I told them what I had done. And I pointed out that it might not be such a good idea to disturb a person's final resting place. And it doesn't look like they're going to cut the tree down after all.
Rose, that's lovely. Odd, but lovely.
It's been so long since I changed a diaper, I figured I'd practice before the baby gets here.
Ah, hello, Martha. Where were you?
I'll give you a hint. The guest of honor had lipstick on her teeth and didn't give a damn.
Who died? My best friend, Lydia.
I'm so sorry. She's the grand poobah of Slaughter. She is the easiest woman in this room.
Dorothy Spornak, you take that back.
The slut is dead. Long live the slut.
Before we adjourn, our secretary has a real special surprise. A genuine Elvis artifact.
It's a partially eaten pork chop. He had beautiful teeth, didn't he?
Started hitting him with your purses?
Hey, he was cheating on me. He got off easy. Back in Sicily, if Uncle Bruno had heard about this, boy, would he have been in hot water.
Ooh, what would Uncle Bruno have done to him?
You're hard of hearing? She just told you. He would have put him in hot water.
Well, at least something good came out of this. You two are close again.
Your friend, Rose Nyland. P.S. Don't call the president in the afternoon. I hear that's when he takes naps.
Honey, that was really beautiful. It's a shame.
Ah, what's the difference? You get to see Kevin Costner's buns in both of them. Well,
Maybe I can't teach Steve anything about the game, but I can encourage him and give him a shot of self-esteem. You know, some people are great artists, some are great musicians. I have but one talent.
Well, when she puts it that way, it's so hard to resist. Finished. I have graded the last paper.
D-. You're going to give the...
You are getting married in the Bahamas?
This is fabulous. I always wanted to go to the Bahamas. Now, where the hell are my culottes?
Oh, Kate, honey, I have always dreamed of giving you a wedding ever since I had your overbite fix.
Mom, don't you think it would be a little...
Oh, my nose!
Ma, quit listening at the door.
I'm flying my mother's sister, Angela, over from Sicily.
And she's bringing the surprise? Of love. For some strange reason, I find that provocative.
You really ought to date more, Rose.
That must be him. All right, honey, why don't you heat up the roll and cool yourself down?
Good evening.
That's a mighty lousy pizza.
Ma, you never tasted it before?
No, and I never will again.
What the hell are you doing?
Sorry, Si. You can't pay me. See ya.
Ma, these are all checks from the government?
No, there's also an application for a gold card. Boy, word gets around fast.
I am so happy I finally got the chance to meet you.
I'm happy too. Rose.
Blanche, what is all that stuff?
This is my natural beauty supplements. This is my apricot facial scrub and my honey skin toner and my coconut moisturizer.
If I put cracked ice and an umbrella on your head, you'd be a Mai Tai. And just yesterday, her biggest concern was whether Bubbles, the chimp, was traveling with Michael Jackson against his will. Okay, honey, tell us what's wrong.
What does this picture look like to you?
Me sitting on a throne dressed as Cleopatra. What already been written?
Well, if it's any consolation, they do it all the time on Mr. Belvedere.
Well, my dream is crushed. I always wanted to be rich and famous, and now it's not going to happen.
I know a poem that might help. It goes, never ever give up your dreams, even when we had to feed the chickens, slop the hogs, muck the stalls.
Please, I'm trying to eat here.
And after I finished all that, I still had to take care of Larry, my one-eyed pig.
What did you people do, run a farm for handicapped animals?
You can just call me.
I didn't think the two of you were speaking.
Well, we're not.
Then how'd you know it was her on the other end of the line?
Rose, you're bringing down the curve for the whole country.
I just don't believe it. She is coming to town to promote a novel she's just had published.
Listen, what happened?
Nothing, Ma. Don't worry, I'm just fine.
Yeah, it's nothing serious, Sophia. Probably just a pull muscle.
It happened in class when she tried to do a 6-count Cincinnati riff with a double pullback. It goes something like this. Oh, that's great. I'll go tell him the good news. Oh, listen, I won't be able to get off work tomorrow. Can somebody else give baby his lunch?
Don't look at me. I'm not going to do it.
Why not?
Because what you two are doing is making me sick. Degrading yourself by living with a filthy animal. And for what? Money. It's humiliating. I don't want any part.
I'll get it. Hello? Well, you are aware that it's a 2-seater. It's not much of a family car. Oh? How long have you and your wife been practically separated? Hi, Dorothy.
Oh, Blanche, I am so glad you came back. Listen, I have to talk to you.
Well, honey, I have to talk to you, too, and it's about the money.
That's exactly what I wanted to do.
But he did, and the next day they were married, and they went on to live happily together for 25 years.
And what in hell does any of this have to do with my father?
Well, the point is nobody knows why two people fall in love, and it's really nobody's business.
Well, he's my father, so that makes it my business. I am going over there right now.
Uh-oh.
What?
The assistant DA Peterson. He's a killer. It's amazing what he does to the witnesses. You think he's getting nowhere, and then suddenly he gives the witness a really dumb compliment, and for some reason it works. They let down their guard and he nails them.
Well, you must have some...
Realize the significance of football in the South. I've had men break dates with me to go to football games.
Oh, come on, nobody's going to kill me over a high school football game.
They kill this fish. Dorothy, please, I'm scared.
All right, Ma. Nothing to be scared about.
You're remarkable, Isaac. All this in citrus farming, too.
Hello there.
Oh, Dorothy, Blanche, isn't it a wonderful party?
Glorious.
You two having a good time? My only regret is that I didn't decide to call Isaac sooner.
Oh, that would have been hard. Mom didn't allow me to have my own phone till last year.
Lottie?
Sophia, wills are no joking matter. Charlie tried to be funny with his and left everything to Henrietta, our prize cow. Well, some lawyer got a hold of the will and represented Henrietta on contingency. There I was presenting Blanche, Dorothy. Oh, I'm so glad you made up. I knew you couldn't stay mad for long. Oh, of course we couldn't. Oh, it takes a big woman to forgive somebody calling her a slut.
Fight over? Oh, good. No, I want to do cartwheels for 6 miles. Get your keys, let's roll.
Here are Mrs. Nyland's things.
Oh, darling, put them right here. Thank you.
I can't believe she's giving away this teddy bear. I wish I could afford to buy him at the sale.
You like him?
I think he's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
Well, then I'm going to get off. It's a sin, it's a crime, and let's face it, Dorothy, lately you can't give it away.
Ma, I'm talking about selling some of my belongings. I called a couple of pawn shops, and I'm going to check them out tomorrow.
Listen, I'm wonderful at bargaining. I'll go...
Give us a few minutes, please.
5 minutes more, then I've got to bury Mr. Pincus.
You see,
Is there a Blanche Hollingsworth here?
He's been killed.
Arrested.
What?
He gave me this to give to you. He's a bigamist, ma'am. He's wanted in 4 states. He's got 6 wives.
Tell us. Is it about Ernie?
He's lousy in bed. I knew it. I knew there was something wrong with him.
No, he's not lousy. Well, I don't think he is.
Well, either he is or he isn't.
Well, I'm sure he's not. Of course, I have no proof that he's not, but still he's not.
I do vow to.
I vow that my love is strong.
I do vow to.
I vow that I will love no other.
I do. My God, Stanley, I feel like one of the Shirelles.
I say is the truth.
This afternoon, I saw Blanche's boyfriend, Gary Tucker, kissing my sister, Holly.
Oh, please, you're such a liar.
I swear on my mother's grave.
Okay, I believe you.
What should I do, Sophia?
Well, this is a very complex and perplexing question. I'm gonna sleep. I don't know how long I've got, but I deserve better company in my final years.
Good night, Mom. Now, you know, Rose, I think Blanche has the right idea, marrying some...
Now, what do you think?
I think Lisa Bonet spent more on the ring than her nose.
Don't listen to her, Stanley. It's beautiful. I'm sure Catherine will love it.
You mean it?
Not a word.
Babe, it's a real diamond. What's wrong with it?
I think the more appropriate question is, where is it? Sid, crunching his chips. Oh, he's dead. Wrong way driver hit him head on. Totally dead, ma'am. Crunch, crunch.
Oh, no.
Puts me on hold and then eats Doritos while he tells me my life is over. Oh, Rose has to tell her. Rose won't eat.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Buzz off, Padre. Rose, where's Dorothy?
Well, I don't know. She was here a minute ago. Oh, my God! Give me that knife. What?
And Ma, you were always a better bowler than I was.
I know, I do everything better than you. If this sauce was a person, I'd get naked and make love to her.
Hey, Ma, you know that doubles bowling tournament is next weekend. What do you say?
I'll understand, I swear.
Sure, you'll be dead. And everybody will say Blanche killed her.
What I'm trying to say is it's a terrible choice I've given you. I don't even know what I would do under the same circumstances.
It's not for me. It's to lure that mud out of my room.
That's okay, I'll get him off.
Boy, Aunt Dorothy, don't be a grouch.
Oh, you couldn't sleep either, huh?
No, I guess it must be the knife in my back.
This afternoon, and already they have a perfect home for him.
I hate to say it, but I'm gonna miss the little guy. Sure was a lot more fun than that bird on a stick. She's not here.
Almost finished the entire cheesecake.
Oh, what the hell, it was a special occasion.
Yeah, and it sure took my mind off of Psycho.
Listen, these can wait till morning. Let's go to bed.
Okay.
Hi, Rose. Tell me, did you get a chance to play around with those lyrics I gave you?
Yeah, listen to this.
Hey, that sounds great. Let's take it from the top.
From the top. Oh, that sounds so musical. The rebel. I wanted to see the world. That's why after high school I went to St. Gustav University to study Latin.
I didn't know you studied Latin.
First in my class. Orothy Day.
As pretty as you did 30 years ago.
But I don't.
No, you don't. You look prettier. No, I mean it. The face and the figure and that smile. Oh, it's all gotten better. Unless it's just my...
Sophia! Rose, what are you doing in the bathroom?
Ma, this is the kitchen.
Oh, boy, if this is the kitchen, I'm poaching an egg in the toilet.
Fame and awards and stuff, she was more than happy to let the writers decide, and I appreciated it so much, and I've always remembered that.
I'd like to ask Susan a question, if it's apocryphal. That I believe before I joined in the first few shows, there was a show that wasn't working quite well, and you were getting on a plane to go to New York, and you wrote a
Or Dynasty, or Falcon's Landing, or one of those, they're all the same.
Oh, I thought you were the one.
Oh, please, I could never do anything like that. If you saw my brother-in-law, you'd know why.
Now look, Rose, you're gonna have to go to...
I think you're making a big mistake.
I just need to keep the new dog hidden till Monday. It's a piece of cake.
Yeah, honey, that's not the mistake I mean. With both those dogs in the same room, how are you gonna know which is the old one and which is the new one?
I'm screwed.
You were a lesbian.
Yvonne, we want to join a gym.
Well, what kind of exercise are you interested in?
Oh, nothing radical. Just lose a few pounds. Tone up.
Yeah, slim down.
Get into my summer wardrobe.
Get into my winter wardrobe.
Get into my bathrobe.
The typical teenage things. When we'd go to a drive-in movie, he'd hide me in the trunk so we only had to pay admission for one. And after the movie, he'd drive me home, let me out of the trunk and tell me all about it. But I was looking for someone more exciting.
Get some help, Rose. Blanche, that outfit sure is risque.
Thank you. Would you just check my class for me? Now, all I need are those earrings you borrowed from me last week.
Blanche, I put those earrings back in your room.
Oh, no, Rose, not again.
I know I didn't lose them.
I'm a waitress at the Fountain Rock Coffee Shop.
12 hours a day, 4 days a week, minimum wage and tips, and a 60% employee discount on day-old Danish.
A coffee shop.
Spoke at the time, and there was the San Gennaro Festival every year. And your father, may he rest in peace until I get there, got so turned on by the festivities one year, he couldn't wait till we got home. So he took me right there behind the sausage and pepper stand.
I mean, girls, come on. Dick Kimmel is a dying man. Do we really want to profit from his misfortune? No.
It would be immoral. We'd hate ourselves.
What time's the auction?
8 o'clock.
We better get there by 7. Surgery today, huh? Yeah. And I might as well warn you, I am not the best patient in the whole world.
I can put up with it for one night. Then tomorrow it is my turn in the operating room.
Oh, you're having surgery too?
Yeah.
And you're smiling?
I've had this procedure before. The first time I was as nervous as
a naked policeman.
Exactly.
Blanche, this is serious. Now, if we can do anything to assist the police, I think we should. Their job is hard enough as it is. I should know. My father was a policeman.
Well, I thought your father was a farmer.
On the wheat.
Bye.
Ma! Ma!
You must be Tommy's boy. How's the team look this year?
And Ma, I cannot believe how many there are. I mean, just listen to this, right here on page 187. The faucet is dripping. I know it's going to keep me up all night. Then I'll be tired from my crummy job tomorrow. Life is a swirling eddy of despair.
No, she wouldn't.
Yes, she would.
No, she wouldn't.
Yes, she would.
How can you be so sure?
I'm a Leo. We're all very sure of ourselves.
Well, it looks like I've got a wedding to go to.
I'm going to a wedding myself. Do you mind if I walk with you?
Not at all. You know, you're a very wise person. What did you say your name was?
I didn't.
Time to take that giant step into the world of Eduardoism.
You've been drinking again, haven't you?
Right. The magic begins.
Oh, I'm feeling younger and sexier already. Dorothy, how do I look?
Like something that came... What's the matter?
Everyone is fine. No one died. The home burnt down.
My God, are you all right? How'd you get here?
I hitched.
Ma.
A cab. I took a cab.
Well, you should have called.
I'm perfectly capable of managing by myself. I don't need help. I'm a totally independent person.
I know. I
need $67. Dorothy, you got a cough drop?
No.
A hard candy?
No.
A Tic Tac?
Does it say Kmart on the back of my nightgown?
Either. That's why I came back.
I thought you understood. I can't break up my marriage. Not now. Not at this stage of my life. If things didn't work out between you and me, I'd be alone. That kind of risk is fine when you're 40. But I couldn't do it today. I'm too old for that, Dorothy.
And the risk shouldn't...
I can. It was hell. And the entertainment, Some guy from Palermo forgot his accordion, so he sat around singing O Sole Mio while squeezing a monkey.
Sophia.
Sophia what? It was the worst time of my life. If it weren't for Pin the Tail on the French, we would have gone stir crazy.
My little girl is going to have a baby by artificial insemination. I just can't bear to think about it. I'm just being silly, aren't I?
In her house, how normal can she be?
I kept her chicken in my home.
You see my point?
I will not have that filthy beast in my house. It belongs in a barnyard.
This is not a farm chicken. Count Bessie is a showbiz chicken. Wait till you see this.
A showbiz chicken.
That's her drive.
I'm not Sheila Patterson's daughter.
You can't treat me like this. I'm going to my room.
Oh, Ma! I have the strangest sense of deja vu from when I was 14, except I'm Ma and she's me.
What are you going to do about her?
Well, I've got to be... What?
What did you mean?
Well, I think that we have to tell Rose what we did.
Oh, yes, I have been thinking the same thing. If they ever find out about those lies in her biography, she'll be the laughing stock of St. Olaf. Here they come.
Girls!
Ma, they can't prove that you started that fire at Shady Pines, and you are not going to jail.
You can't be sure of that, pussycat. So I'm doing what I have to do. I'm jumping bail and... My laundry's more fun, Rose.
The only way I'll feel better about losing your earrings.
Ever see panties from the 20s, Rose? They got pockets.
Please, Blanche.
Oh, I don't know. I just don't feel right.
You don't feel right about it, but what about me? What about the guilt that twists deeper and deeper in Scoops in an obscene way? I could never prove it because by the time I would take it home to show my father...
Sophia! Rose, what are you doing in the bathroom?
Ma, this is the kitchen.
Oh, boy, if this is the kitchen, I'm poaching an egg in the toilet.
Hitch. Dorothy, would you like to try this one?
What is Kumi?
You are absolutely right. Where would you like to go?
Alex, structural engineering for, I'm going to go for it, 1,000. In fact, give me every category for 1,000.
Now that's what I call real jeopardy. Dorothy, proceed.
What is the Verrazano?
Vivian meets Sue Ann Niven.
I said, no, it's the other way around. I'm playing the vamp. Betty's playing the nitwit. She said, oh, now that's very interesting. The next thing I know...
Make way for the victors.
You won the big game?
No, Rose, we lost, and we all changed our names to Victor. Of course we won. Now it's time for ice cream.
Yeah! Good going, guys. Oh, Dorothy.
Listen, this is not just going to go away, Rose.
I know. But I think the first step is for me to make that call.
If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? I also considered auditioning for the Actors Studio.
Why does every fighter become an actor? Just once, I'd like the other Vesta.
Now, do you love me the way you did Sal?
I thought I did, but now I think I might have confused a great friendship with a great love.
Boy, if this was Ronald Coleman and Greer Garson, there wouldn't be a dry eye in the house.
This is the kind of mistake you're supposed to make when you're 19. It gives me...
Thank you.
Rose, we're nervous enough about having to go over to the McDowells. Do you have to make it worse?
Well, it's nothing to be nervous about. I mean, Bobby and Al are watching through the kitchen window the whole time. If we get in trouble, we just have to signal them. I hate being called a widow. It sounds so permanent and final, and I don't believe for 1 minute that it is. I know someday Charlie and I are going to be together again. Probably not in the old house. We don't need that much room. I mean, the kids are grown and we'll both be dead.
Why are you trying to push Michael into a job? Give him time to breathe. Let him find himself.
I'm a little concerned. He just doesn't take commitment seriously. He quits jobs, he leaves relationships. It's like they don't matter. He is 30 years old. Come on, Ma, I think you're overreacting. And Angela, where you going?
I'm going to take my name on the mailbox. After all, I live here now. Any more bright ideas, linguini for brains?
We'll start first with Blanche from the Green Team. Blanche, show us your stuff.
You first, Mr. Game Show host.
Blanche, spin the wheel. You are landing on...
Joe Namath, your turn, Rose.
Okay, music history. Here goes. What famous Mozart composition, completed in 1787, is a serenade in G for 2 violins, viola, cello, and double bass in 4 movements?
I'm dead.
I am so mad. I just got a letter from back home all about my high school reunion. I didn't know I was going to miss such a good time. Listen to this. Dear Rose, you sure did miss a good time. The precision drill team...
Green Team makes a miraculous comeback and wins the game! Oh, Blue Team, we don't want you to go away empty-handed. You have $400, that's $100 apiece, and you have the home version of Grab That Dough, which attaches to any vacuum cleaner. Thank you for being with us.
Cram it. That's a good one, too.
Well, don't you care that they're fighting?
Of course I do. You think I have no feelings? Let me tell you a story. Picture this. A crowded Mediterranean port, teeming with you're tired, you're poor, you're hungry. You know, your huddled masses yearning to be free. We boarded the ship and...
Avoid. Start with the one in your head.
Come on, honey, just a few notes. Oh, Dorothy, do you believe it? I mean, 4 chickens and not one of them has any musical ability.
It's a sad commentary, Rose. All the young chickens are wasting their time playing video games.
Honey, you're getting sicker and sicker.
Just like my heroin, sicker and sicker. Though, of course, my heroine doesn't look like you. This is a romantic novel, not science fiction.
Remind me when I feel better to kick the crap out of her. Behave yourself. Hello, Mr. Weinstock.
Oh, my goodness, as I live and breathe.
Unfortunately.
You're little Dorothy Petrillo.
That's right.
You haven't changed a bit. Same gorgeous smile, pretty eyes, beautiful figure, long golden blonde hair.
You have cataracts, don't you?
Martha, if she misses us, how come she hasn't called?
Maybe she died, Blanche. It happened before. Maybe this time it took. Now that I see the two of you so much in love, I realize I was just being selfish. Ma, I want you to be happy. And I know Pop would too.
Call.
Oh, thank you, Ma. A young Bacall.
Amazing. 60 years old and she still falls for that young Bacall bit.
I heard that!
Sit down.
Oh, you look beautiful.
How have you been?
Oh, well, I love being pregnant, except for the hormones. Yesterday I cried when the mail was late.
No, her mail was late. Can you imagine what she was like when she had hormones?
I'm so sorry Helltown was canceled.
Frank, I'm sorry. Please tell me that's a Nehru jacket.
No, it's not.
Rose, let's go heat up the lasagna. Come on.
Come on, Blanche, we're going to get you to bed.
But it's my duty to the public. No, I must have it published. It's my duty. Oh, my God, I'm so tired.
Oh, come on, you can sleep right here, honey.
Tell me a story, Rose. That always puts me to sleep. It works every time. Just tell me one of your boring stories. So I just spit it right out. Carl, I'm dumping you for Coach Wilkins. Afterwards, I felt much better. You just go ahead and tell me. Go ahead.
Okay. George Devereaux, your husband.
All right, I'll do it.
Oh, great.
Hey, Pepe, your mother's a tramp.
I'm going to kill you, Gonzalez.
It's a good thing he doesn't play trumpet. His lip looks like meatloaf.
Oh, I am so excited. I can't believe I'm going to see Trudy again after all these years.
Oh, I'm excited for you too, Dorothy. That's why I want everything perfect. I'm making Scandinavia's oldest and most traditional appetizer treat. Cheese.
Rose, Vero Beach.
Joe, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. You're ripping the pages out of that book. Well, somebody should take a hickory switch to your behind.
Blanche, come on now, calm down, calm down. Let me show you how a professional teacher deals with this.
Amen.
St. Olaf painting. Well, every year she goes into her mating ritual and gives off little signals. I mean, she releases a scent, she changes the way she stands, she makes tiny little whistling noises.
I do that.
Yes, but don't you see, that's all she does. I mean, she plays hard to get.
Our icebreaker, I can teach you right now. Oh, once you learn this, any man is putty in your hand.
Oh, Blanche, come on, that is ridiculous. I mean, I'm certainly not going to waste my time listening to this adolescent nonsense. Did you say putty?
Sit back. Now just play like we're at the movies.
I'm bringing her out, and a couple of days later, this little package walked into our offices, and it was done.
Perfect person.
Yeah.
Absolutely, really perfect.
Yep.
Had you ever worked with her before, Betty or Rue?
What did?
Estelle Getty, had you ever worked with?
And smell the flowers.
We can't! The sky is falling!
Run that by me once again.
A piece of blue sky just fell on her head. The wherefore and why are best left unsaid. But we have a hunch, and it's appalling.
I'm sorry. I'm just so worried about Dorothy. I keep remembering how bad it was the last time she let this gambling thing take over her life. There was nothing I could do. That's when she hit bottom.
What happened?
Because of her gambling debts, she had to borrow money from loan.
Well, Doc, before you get started, I just want to say that I love this woman. And although she's angry, I believe she still loves me. So please, please, Dr. Halpern, help the two of us put this crazy marriage back together.
Put the marriage back together. You told me we were coming here.
I'm gonna miss you.
Well, I can't tell you who it is. Ethics, you know, we have to be quite careful about that. But if this was win, lose, or draw, I'd draw a crown.
What?
That was a hint.
Do you have my test results?
Sure do.
And?
A king.
Bad. In fact, just last week, I was reading that you can buy the sperm of Nobel Prize winners. Or was it Star Search winners?
Buy? Well, sperm used to be free. It was all...
A nurse. At your age, we can't take any injury for granted.
Well, it's your fault I sprained both my ankles.
Ma, you were the one who sneezed and blew yourself off the stool.
It wouldn't have happened if you'd let me sit at the table that night.
Look, Ma, you know the rules. When we eat Mexican food, you sit at the counter.
Well, I think you're scared too, but you won't admit that you need help. Professional help to get on with your life. Oh, I've given this a lot of thought, Lily, and I really think it's the best way.
Rose, you're not coming back to Chicago with me, are you?
No.
How can you turn your back?
Door! March!
Oh, all right. All right. I'm going. But if anything awful happens, it's on your heads.
Oh, she's really upset.
Chicago in the dead of winter.
Poppy didn't plan it that way. He lost the map. He didn't know where he was going.
I could have told him where he was going. I told you where he was going the first time I met him. Nowhere. That's where he was going. You married a bum.
Oh, excuse me. We're having a problem with the car.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm starting my...
Sister?
Yes?
These ladies and I found a wallet with some money in it.
Yes, but until the rightful owner shows up to claim it, we were wondering where we could put it so it'd be safe.
In a bank?
But whose bank?
Well, couldn't you open up a joint account in all your names?
I don't know. See, I really don't know these people.
Well, maybe you could both put up equal...
कामाची धामाची माझी दौंडी उठवली कामाची धामाची माझी दौंडी उठवली इंस्टाग्रामवर भावानं पोरगी पटवली इंस्टाग्रामवर भावानं पोरगी पटवली तेव्हाच खोललंय अकाउंट त्याला खोलून झाला महिना तिला तिला देतो या रिक्वेस्ट एकीचा रिप्लाय ती येईना तेव्हाच खोललंय अकाउंट त्याला खोलून झाला महिना तिला तिला देतो या रिक्वेस्ट एकीचा रिप्लाय ती येईना पाहून एकीचा डीपी डोळ्यात साठवली पाहून एकीचा डीपी डोळ्यात साठवली इंस्टाग्रामवर भावानं पोरगी पटवली इंस्टाग्रामवर भावानं पोरगी पटवली इतक्यात आली रिक्वेस्ट ती वयानं भरली मोठी कोणाच्या लमाचं पाप देवा घेतो का कसोटी इतक्यात आली रिक्वेस्ट ती वयानं भरली मोठी कोणाच्या लमाचं पाप देवा घेतो का कसोटी झाला डोक्याला ताप माझ्या कशी बशी मी कटवली झाला डोक्याला ताप माझ्या कशी बशी मी कटवली स्नॅपचॅटवर भावानं पोरगी पटवली स्नॅपचॅटवर भावानं पोरगी पटवली उशिरा का होईना माझी तळमळ कळाली कशी हवी होती मला तशीच मिळाली मुळे पूर्ण सनित चिंता मिटवली इंस्टाग्रामवर भावानं पोरगी पटवली इंस्टाग्रामवर भावानं पोरगी पटवली सोशल मीडियावरती भावानं पोरगी पटवली सोशल मीडियावरती भावानं पोरगी पटवली
you.